Good afternoon, folks. Coming here in just about 20 minutes, we'll have full coverage of North Kansas City versus Fort Osage from here at the Hive. All right. Coming here in about just under 11 minutes, we'll have full coverage of Fort Osage versus North Kansas City. The Indians sitting at 1-2 on the season. Losses to Liberty by 32 and Park Hill by just under 60. They did rebound 3 days ago against Harrisonville, winning 51-39. They take on the 1-1 Hornets, sitting at 12th in the 8-10 poll to open the season. Lost the season opener here at the High, 51-53 to Raytown on a missed dunk at the buzzer. And they defeated Chrisman this past Tuesday, 55-41 to even at 1-1. Should be a nice matchup between two good teams. I'm Brendan Kanabe. I'm here with Joe Winfrey. Joe, what do you think we're going to see tonight?
I think it's going to be a very physical game. I think there's a lot of star talent on both teams. Greg Minnie is a three-sport athlete at Fort Osage. I think he can drop some points. He's very lethal, especially in the paint. But I think it's going to be a good 20-point, maybe potential blowout by Northtown. Avion Webb, as a freshman, has averaged 20 points a game in 2 games, and I think it's going to be an absolute shootout tonight. Potential blowout. John Elfel, great senior. Dallas Whitney could have a great game. I think it's going to be a really good game, and I can't wait to see what happens.
I agree. I really think this is what we consider to be a tune-up game for North Kansas City. However, I don't consider any matchup for the Indians to be a bad matchup.
Yeah, I mean, they play us in almost every sport, from football to basketball to baseball to anything you can think of.
And
I mean, every time we play them, we have a good record against them this year. The only sport we've lost to, I believe, is softball. But it should be a very good game, especially since they're very close in independence.
And the other big matchup was when Fort Osage was, I think, 12th in the 8-10 top 25 for football. They come down to North Kansas City, and in a game that was a lot farther separated than the 28-13 scoreboard showed, you know, North Kansas City toppled Fort Osage, their only loss in the regular season.
Yeah, they went all the way to state. They won their conference, and then they beat Green Valley, a great team that, I mean, their only losses were to Smithville and I think Park Hill South. And they went on to lose to Webb City, and I think Webb City
they lost to Holt. They lost to Holt in the state quarterfinals.
Yeah. But they're a very capable school, and I can't wait to see what happens tonight. And I also I hope it's a tune-up game for Northtown because they have a very quick turnaround. Next week they play Monday night, I think, against Pius. So that's going to be a very interesting game as well.
That Monday night game is going to be a good game at Pius. You know, the varsity doubleheader we play every year up at Pius, I guess. You know, that's always promises to be a good one. We got Grain Valley and then St. James Academy on the 18th. That's a really good game. Missouri-Kansas crossover game.
Yeah, they're one of the most powerful schools in Kansas, at least the Eastern Kansas League. They just won the Class 4 state championship in Kansas that I know you commentated on, and I can't wait to see what this schedule gives us. I mean,
Absolutely.
I know there's some tournaments to look forward to. There's playoffs, district, state, etc. But I mean, this is just one of many good games that Northtown I feel like has to play this season. And we just almost just about 7 minutes underway until tip.
7 minutes out till tip. We'll turn you over with about 5 minutes. However, before we get started, we'll take you through some of the players to watch tonight. On the visitor side, Fort Osage Indians, they're led by, as Joe mentioned, quarterback playing forward tonight, number 2 on your programs, Mr. Greg Minnie. He's averaging just over 7 points, 5 rebounds a game, shooting an impressive 9 for 16 from the field. And then on the Hornets side, they're led by the freshman, Avian Webb. He's putting up just over 17 points a game, shooting a little sketchily so far this season. Yeah. However, you know, as a freshman, you think he'll snap out of it eventually and be just fine. Go for it, Joe.
I think Avion will be just fine. I mean, I know he's 4 for 17 behind the arc, but as a young athlete, a young talent, I can't wait to see how he builds. But I think another big player to look forward to for Fort Osage is Chase Stumful. 21 points on the season. I know they played 3 games, a little bit more than Northtown, but that's just about 7 points a game. And another one for Northtown is Alex Gunnels. Alex Gunnels is a first-year student at Northtown. He's a very talented athlete. He's averaging about 9 points a game for Northtown, and he has just a little under 50% field goal percentage, but it should be a very good game tonight.
And, absolutely, I totally agree. Another thing for the Hornets is they've proven to be a little bit sketchy behind the arc this season. 6 for 29 through their first 2 games. Fort Osage really likes playing this 2-2-1 defensive look. Coach Fritz and the Hornets were preparing and practice for that all week. I'm excited to see what Avian Webb can get done behind the arc tonight. And we're just over 5 minutes out. Here in a few seconds, we'll turn you over to the live audio feed for some pregame festivities. And then we'll meet our starters. As mentioned, we'll be back here in just about 5 minutes. From the Hive in North Kansas City, I'm Brennan Kanabe with Joe Winfrey. We'll see you shortly. All right, we've met the starters. It's time to get underway here from the Hive. North Kansas City, Fort Osage. Promises to be a good contest by previous conference foes. I believe they're in conference with each other again next year.
They will be in conference next year, yeah, and the next 2 years actually.
Next 2 years. The Suburban Conference flips around a little bit.
Should be the start to many games played.
Amen. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this contest. Should be another really good game here from the Hive. To jump, Dallas Whitney and Braden Nelson. Hornets win the tip. Gunnels controls to start the game. Hornets looking to set up in the half court. Fort Osage in a man look. Gunnels has it off the Elfel screen. Finds Whitney. Whitney's got a size advantage. He takes, got it. Dallas Whitney starting us off with a bucket.
That was a beautiful bucket there.
Elfel still on the inbound. Drives, fires back out. Gunnels for three. Won't go. Long rebound. Secured by the Osage Indians. That's number 22, Braden Nelson on the rebound.
Close to an offensive board right there.
Wyatt has it. Over to Minnie, the leading scorer, guarded by Whitney tonight. Stumfull now. Navarro drives, puts up, got it. Cruz Navarro ties us up. Hornets looking to push. Avian Webb, team's leading scorer. Crosses over, loses his balance, back to Whitney. Evans lines up the three, got it. Kyan Evans off the assist from Dallas Whitney on that assist.
That's a way to respond to a strong, powerful drive by Fort O.
And you know, they're gonna come out in this press look. The Hornets will. Worked pretty well in the first half against William Chrisman. Little matchup switch now. Wyatt driving, stepping back on Whitney. Now it's Stumfull. Offense gonna stagnate for a minute. Elfel with the steal, the running of the Hornets. Elfel gets a little bit too fancy with it, turns it over. Attacking now, to the rim, blocked. Wyatt rebound, back up, got it. 5-4 now. We're moving fast tonight. Hornets now. Slow pass, stolen away. Evans got it back, drives, goes up. Nifty finish, can't get the roll. That would have been one heck of a play. He'll head to the line.
That would have been a very wild and one, but they just seem very wild, very crazy. They just slow down a little bit, but still up with 2 buckets to come here and see how he can do behind the charity line.
Evans, a career 57% free throw shooter. He's going to knock down the first one, make it 6-4. Evans, that's actually his second career 3-ball he hit just a moment ago. He's 2 for 12 on his career. Once you put the stats in long enough, you memorize some numbers.
New season, new player. Let's see what he can do.
He's going to miss the second one. Dallas Whitney's going to grab him. Fritz says throw it away.
Hopefully this will be able to slow them down a little bit, get them nerves to come down and see what they can do here.
Absolutely. Fort Osage looking to break the press. That's Stumfull. Finds Wyatt. Wyatt maybe got away with a walk there. Gunnels on the defending end. Minnie goes up, not blocked. Shakes the backboard. And now here goes Elfel. Elfel up the court, driving. Gets to the rim and finishes. A finish by Elfel. Coach Wilson gonna take a timeout after 2 quick buckets by the Hornets. 8-4, 5:37 to play.
That was a very talented play by John Elfel there. Driving to the basket, not scared to get a little contact and just puts it up. Absolutely great play going into this. They need a timeout now, and they're up by 4, and they're looking good.
You know, Fort Osage has responded well to buckets so far. They've not done a poor job handling that press. The first play, they did turn the ball over.
Yeah.
However, besides that, not much. They're responding well to the Hornets' transition attack as well. 2 steals, in transition for the Indians so far.
There has been a little bit of a characteristic turnover issue recently, but let's see if Northtown can clean it up a little bit, as it's only a very short 2.5 minutes into this game.
All right, now the inbound to Minnie. Minnie's trapped. Turns it over. Whitney with the steal. Whitney fires back out to Evans. They're going to swing it around the arc. Gunnels pulls up. Nifty shot. Won't go. Rebound Elfel. Elfel. Webb mid-range. Won't go. Rebound Gunnels. And they're going to reset. You know, when you can get 3 chances to attack.
That's exactly what you want, yeah. When you can get not just 1 but 2 offensive boards and give your team another chance to score.
Evans lines one up. Won't go. Finds Whitney down low. Excellent feed.
I mean, that's exactly what you want. You took about 30 seconds off the clock. You had 3 offensive boards, and you got your team another 2 points to score, and a comfortable lead here in the first.
Another steal. Gunnels to the rim. Won't finish. They're going to call the blocking foul. Alex Gunnels will head to the line to shoot 2. The Hornets starting to get a little bit active on the fast break. 2 steals in that press on back-to-back possessions. We just mentioned how well the press was being handled, and all of a sudden the Hornets start to kind of pull away early.
Hornets are 1 for 2 on the night. Let's see what Alex can do here.
Gunnels' first free throw falls. 11-4 Hornet lead.
Number 32, Iverson Neal comes in for number 2, John Elfel. See if that changes the lineup at all.
Neal, Elfel, both comparable styles of play. Gunnels is going to knock them both down. And the full court press continues. They feed it into Minnie. Fort Osage, the Hornets had practiced Fort Osage's look to break the press as well. They're going to swing it around the arc. Minnie has it. He's scoreless so far. On Evans, the Hornets' best perimeter defender. Minnie drives, stolen, poked away by Neal. Going the other way. Webb on the break. Webb left hand. Won't go. Neal misses the rebound. And here goes Arthur Wyatt. Wyatt Euros, throws. That'll be off Braden Nelson. Here come Ragsdale and Jaden Washington to check into the game. You know, that's not something we see very often, is Alex Gunnels coming out of the ball game.
Yeah, I really like the effort that Iverson put there. Both trying to go back up and get a second attempt for the Hornets, but coming back down the court and not giving up on the play and forcing a turnover there.
Whitney hands it back off to Ragsdale. Ragsdale shot the basketball well in the JV contest. He always plays a half. Whitney to the rim. Whitney slams it down. Joe, I'll give you $1 if you can tell me what set that play was out of. That's the old triangle offense, baby. Neal can't get the steal, driving and dishing out of bounds. That one again off an Indian.
Get another turnover right there.
Another turnover for Fort Osage. That's a lot early.
They really need to just slow down and play what they're capable of playing. I mean, it doesn't look pretty here early.
3:50 to go and rolling. Hornets lead 14-4. Ragsdale at the point. Whitney now almost steps out of bounds. Iverson Neal, mid-range J, won't go. Put a little bit too much on it. The old Russell Westbrook syndrome. Going the other way is Peppers. Wyatt now. Nifty move. Keeps it back out. Neal defends well. The Hornets not giving up much. Washington on Minnie now. Stumful, scoreless so far. Finds Wyatt. Wyatt driving on Evans. Hornets. Nice help defense there by Ragsdale. Evans with the rebound. Speaking of Ragsdale, he's got the ball, bringing it up the floor. Pushes. Back out Evans. Evans finds Washington. Fumbles the pass. Definitely had a shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's been about a 10-0 run here, and Fort Osage hasn't scored in about 4 minutes, so they need to find something to start going on offense.
14-4. This is the premier start you want for the Hornets. Whitney has it up top. Finds Ragsdale. Ragsdale stepping back. Pulls it short. And Neal secures the rebound. Evans, rather. It's a stumble for it. Ragsdale has it. He drives. Throws it up. Iverson Neal can't collect it. Gets it back and the foul. And one Iverson Neal.
That was very sloppy basketball, but it worked in the favor for the Hornets right there, as he is going to have a three-point opportunity. Whitney, Neal with a very talented decision-making, and it just, I mean, a little lucky, but very sloppy. And I mean, that's the summary of this game pretty much. Just sloppy, fast pace, and that leaves the Hornets 12, potentially 13-point lead here, just 5.5 minutes into the game.
You know, 16-4 is definitely not what you're looking for if you're Fort Osage. Neal hits the second free throw. And Elfel comes in for Whitney. Whitney's going to send himself off the floor. He's got 6 early. Hornets lead 17-4. The inbound to Parker, or to Nelson rather. Nelson, Gunnels. Elfel with the steal. Dishes Ragsdale. Ragsdale won't go. Got him in the head. Ragsdale will go to the line to shoot 2. Hornets living at the free throw line so far.
And they're doing very good from the free throw line as well. I mean, they've only missed one, I'd say, right? They're 3 for 4, or they're 4 for 5, I would say. Yeah. Let's see if he can add 2 more to that.
First shot, no good. Coach Fritz didn't sound very happy about that missed free throw.
They've been practicing it all week. I know they have. I mean, coming off a win, and you can't miss simple shots like that. But I mean, it happens, and they're still up by 13. So.
And you know, speaking of free throws, in both of the Hornets' early contests, free throws have been a big difference maker. Against Raytown, Raytown could have really pulled away with free throws. So could William Chrisman. Points left on the board now. Tyreek Berry. Berry loses the handle. Ragsdale with the steal. Hornets on the run. Tries to throw the lob to Elfel. Stolen away by Washington. Fritz sends Webb to the circle. If there's one thing that Ed Fritz doesn't like, is his lobs on the fast break.
Yeah, they're gonna be watching film tomorrow, and they're gonna criticize that. But ooh, gonna get him with a walking foul there, and it's gonna be Indians ball. About 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes left in the first.
Washington, you know, that's a move that he likes, is that jab step. Some refs call it, some don't. Indians to inbound facing the press. They're looking for Minnie. Won't get it to him. Barry can't handle the inbounds. That's another turnover for the Indians.
I mean, I don't know what Fritz is telling them, but this press is really working. I mean, they have caused chaos for the Indians offense tonight.
They're going to send Whitney to the circle late. Neal will check out. 18-4. Hornets lead. Whitney leading all scorers with 6. He's got it. Hands off to Webb. Webb off the screen, looking to score. Gets, floats. Got it. Nice floater. Excellent touch by the freshman Avian Webb. He's on the board. Putting up about 18 points a game this season. That's his first of the ball game. Stolen by Whitney. Hornets on the break. Elfel up and under. Won't go. Webb has it. He'll bring it back out.
You know, I like the reset there. There's no time clock. There's no play clock. You can bring it back out, reset on downs, you know, and it's kind of.
Joe's used to football. Gunnels fading. Won't go. That's a feel-good shot. They'll say Whitney unable to get it out of bounds. Almost runs into my camera guy.
Almost another offensive board for Northtown. I mean, they're doing fantastic right now. I mean, only one foul. I mean, they were in severe foul trouble against Raytown, and they just look like a completely different team tonight.
Absolutely. You know, another thing for North Kansas City that proves to be a big stunner is the foul trouble that they end up in.
Yeah.
Normally about this time they'd have 7 fouls. They've got 1. The thing about this Hornet team is every player that Coach Fritz puts on the floor has excellent hands. Alex Gunnels is a pickpocket like none other. So is Dallas Whitney, despite being 6'6".
Every single one of them is very capable of not only handling the ball up and down the court, but taking the ball away from the people that they're having to guard. Especially, I know Cayenne only has 3 points on the night, or maybe 4. I think he made a free throw as well, but he's a very good defensive player.
You know, the Hornets sharing the love tonight. Evans is going to come back into the game. Washington will head to the bench. Let's see what this full court press can do with 55 and a third to go. They're going to send Minnie deep. Minnie is going to pull it back out. He beat Elfel back. That's a good look if you're Fort Osage. Off a couple people's feet, that might have hit Coach Fritz out of bounds. I'm not sure. And now Minnie controls it, picks up his dribble. Looking to find Stumfold. The Hornets playing their matchups well so far. 38 to play. Drives. Finds Nelson. Nelson pulls up. Rebound Wyatt. Not a great box out, missed by Evans. Now Gunnell secures it. Hornets running.
Wyatt.
Dallas Whitney has it. Finds Avian Webb. Webb dishes back Gunnels to Evans. Evans has nobody guarding him. Wide open. Gunnels has it now. 12 seconds to play. 11. Hands it back off to him. Gets his man in the air. Got him jumping. Won't go. He gets it back. Blocked out of bounds with 2.9 to go.
They didn't convert there, but I kind of like the slower movement of the ball. They had a limited time to just run this out of the quarter, and they still have the ball. And
Webb lines it up at the buzzer. Got it. 23-4 at the end of one. We'll send you over to the live broadcast for just about a minute. Be back. I'm Brennan Kanabe with Joe Winfrey here on Into Sports. All right, teams had a minute, so hopefully gather themselves. Fort Osage trails by 19 to start the second.
You can't expect anything more when you haven't scored in 6 minutes. They really need to find someone to get open or get hot here in the second quarter. This game might start falling out of their grasp.
Absolutely. Wyatt controls it now. Fires to Nelson. Nelson. They're looking for the post. Good steal, Gunnels. Gunnels puts it a little short on Webb. Webb almost turns it over. Definitely got fouled by Greg Minnie.
I know Fritz is going to say, hey, congrats on all the turnovers. It's amazing, but you got to be a little bit more patient with these passes. They're a little reckless. Most of them have gone Northtown's way tonight, so maybe he won't be too mad. But
like you said, there's going to be things that you can get away against a team like Fort Osage that you can't get away against, conference opponents like Staley,
who we play a numerous amount of times this year.
Whitney drives, pulls up, little jumper, got it to go. 25-4. Dallas Whitney finally getting warm.
That was beautiful. That makes it a 21-0 run for the Northtown Hornets here in this game.
Tatum's going to check in for Whitney. Whitney has 8 points, leading all scorers. Next up in line is Avian Webb. Wyatt has it now guarded by Elfel. There's so many defensive looks that the Hornets can pull. Versatile lineup as Wyatt almost turns it over to the rim, and the foul on Evans.
That's gonna be there.
Navarro got it. First bucket in over 7 minutes.
7 minutes, yeah. And I know Evans is a little mad at himself there. He got a foul, but you can't be mad at yourself. That's the second foul all game, and by the time Raytown was at this point, we were about 11 fouls in. So.
And that's one of those fouls that can go either way. A lot of contact on both sides. Navarro misses. Secured by Elfel. Elfel pushes up the court. Sent away. Avian Webb tries to throw it off Gunnels. Fort Osage, that's a nifty defensive play. Wyatt on the break. finds Nelson. Nelson won't go. Wyatt gets the rebound. Now controlled by Tatum. Hornets running. Fast-paced game. Gunnels drives. Finds Elfel. Now the Hornets will reset. I mentioned pregame that I thought the Indians were going to play a lot of zone. We haven't seen a single zone look so far. Played a lot of zone against Park Hill. Nice pass by Webb.
Beautiful bucket by Tatum. I mean, that's his second shot all year, and he makes it again. He's still holding that 100% free field goal percentage.
That's an excellent pass by Avian Webb to pick up the assist. And now Navarro almost travels, almost throws the ball away. Stumful guarded by Webb. Physical contest. Minnie comes to set the screen. Jumped by Tatum. Minnie now has it on Tatum. Pushed by Nelson. He's got it. Now over to Stumful. Stumful finds Minnie. Down low. Minnie guarded by Gunnels. Minnie picks up two. Hornets looking to run. Evans down on the other end. Got it. Very fast score for the Hornets, who now lead 29-8. 5:43 to play. Timeout, Fort Osage.
That's a great response. I mean, Minnie got his first points of the game. They finally get a little bit of momentum, and Evans just goes down the court, puts it right back up, and they're like, no, we still got this. We're still up by 21. They're gonna take a timeout, and absolute great play by the Hornets right now. Only 2 fouls. Their press is working. I mean, there's not many flaws other than they're maybe a little too risky and a little too fast tonight. But I mean, absolute great play by the Hornets.
I mean, absolutely. This is, if you're North Kansas City, this is the exact place you want to be with 5:43 left in the first half.
Absolutely.
Fort Osage has tried quite a few different looks on offense. Nothing rolling. Off the bucket for the Hornets, Neal looking for the steal. That might have been off Minnie. They'll give Fort Osage the possession.
I don't want to be greedy and say that Northtown gets that as they're up by 21, but I feel like that could either go either way.
Trying to inbound, stolen by Tatum, finds Gunnels. Neal to the rack, got it. Lot of contact, no foul.
I mean,
31-8 now.
That was a beautiful pass by Gunnels. I mean, I know we didn't get to play last year, but
at Marion Kaufman.
Yeah, but this year, I mean, he has just come out and he is a dog on the court.
The defensive unit for the Hornets on the floor right now, one of the best. Evans controls it, finds Neal. Neal to the rim, misses the left-handed layup. Out to Tatum. Tatum falls. Fort Osage coming the other way. That's Peppers. Peppers to Navarro. Navarro with the bucket. 31-10. Evans pushing to the rack. Got it. Another very quick answer by the Hornets. They're pressing again. They're going to call that a foul, likely on either Jaden Washington. They're going to call it on Evans, rather.
And Evans is playing great. I know that was the second foul, but he has 7 points on the night. He has 2 turnovers, and he's playing great defense. I do want to say that they're still looking really fast, a little sloppy, and hopefully this is just a pickup game where they can move past that.
Keep it wide. And now Ragsdale defending Peppers. Peppers getting a burst of speed. Whitney almost forces another turnover.
I mean, as you said earlier, I mean, he has great hands, and I mean, he's showing it over and over and over again tonight.
The Hornets very successful on the break. Wyatt pulls up for 3, blocked out of bounds. Wyatt and Iverson Neal chirping a little bit.
Fritz did not like that. He's going to send Tatum in forward. He doesn't like the back talk even after a great defensive play there.
He's not a fan of the talk. Now Nody Newton, the assistant coach, is going to talk to him. Keep your head in the game, young man, he says. Whitney blocks that one out of bounds. Stumful trying to get it over the much taller Dallas Whitney. Nothing going. Steal. Elfel pushing the other way. Showtime and a foul. Showtime and a foul.
They're going to give it to him. 3-point play. I mean, this place just erupted after that. I mean, that was absolute phenomenal play by John. I mean, it was a great attempt to get back by Fort Osage, but it's just, I mean, you can't do much there when it's a 3-on-1.
And you know, I'm kind of saddened to see that foul. You know, he kind of went a little lower on Elfel's body. Glad to see Elfel was able to hold on to the rim there. He's going to knock down the free throw, add insult to injury. 26-point lead, 36-10 for the Hornets.
There's been a lot of runs for Northtown tonight. Fort Osage needs to get some stops on defense, and they really got to find something to start coming here on offense.
Stumful looking to attack on Ragsdale. Ragsdale forces the pickup. Thrown almost away. Nelson controls. Minnie has it, guarded by Washington. A little bit of a size advantage for Minnie. Looks to hand off to Wyatt. Stolen by Whitney, going the other way. Whitney over the top, got it. 38-10, North Kansas City lead.
Such an athletic move.
They're going to call a foul on Deshaun Tatum. And the old words of Kirk Herbstreit, this one's teetering on the edge of the of a blowout. I can't even get the line right.
I have 28 points. Tatum is mad at himself at the foul there, and I mean, as you should. I mean, I know you're up by 28, but you never want to see that. But I mean, there's just absolute great play both sides of the court by the Hornets. Very athletic team, and I mean, nothing more you can really say. I mean, it's getting close to a blowout here.
A testament of the Coach Fritz scouting reportability as Wyatt throws it off the board. It's going to stay with the Indians. Yeah. The Hornets have been about a step and a half ahead of every play from inbounds to offensive set, everything. It seems like they just have known it's coming.
Fritz did an absolute phenomenal job this week in practice. I mean, he was like, we're watching film, we're hitting the weight room, we're doing everything we can, and they're going to call jump, I think, on that.
And that's going to go in the book as another turnover for the Indians.
I mean, you said it perfectly. They're just a step and a half ahead. I mean, even they can't really do anything on this Hornets defense, and they can't stop their offenses. I mean, 3.5 minutes left until halftime, and they really need to stop here.
And that's got to be more turnovers than points if you're the Indians in the first half.
I would assume so. Yes.
38-10. Hornets lead. Whitney controls now. Here comes the 1-2-2 zone. They're actually going to run a box and one. No, okay. It's a 1-2-2. I thought they were running a box and one on Dallas Whitney.
I mean, before the game, you said that's what they were going to run, and we didn't see it a bunch. We saw a lot of man, but Tatum with almost a turnover.
Excellent pass there. Mishandled. It's going to go the other way.
Fritz is making a whole sub. Everyone's off except for Whitney.
I like this lineup. You know, the Whitney, Neal, Evans, Gunnels, and Webb. Good defensive unit, also can shoot the basketball. As now Fort Osage Stumful breaks the press, throws it away. They're going to reference that as a turnover. The referee thought about calling a foul. He looked at Wyatt on the ground for a solid second and a half.
I mean, I know Chase Stumful is their second best scorer, but he has just looked like he's a little rushed tonight. He's a little stressed. He needs to calm down a little bit. I mean, you still have a lot of time left in this game.
A lot of time left. Hornets facing the zone. Webb, corner three. Won't go. Rebound. Almost a travel there on Navarro. Wyatt has it now. Whitney defending. Pushes behind his back. Neal stunts. Now Navarro has it again. He drives. Kicks it out. Wyatt for three. In and out. Rebound. Dallas Whitney. Avian Webb pushing. Throws the full court pass. Iverson Neal up and through. Nifty play. Iverson Neal. Hornets by 30, 2:16 to play.
Iverson's playing fantastic. I mean, nothing more I can say other than maybe Fritz might get mad at him if he screams one more time, but I mean, absolute great play by Iverson.
Stumful back out. Barry fires. Navarro drives. Offensive foul.
Give him a charge.
Wow. What a game for this Hornet defense. 10 first half points with 2 minutes to go. Alex Gunnels draws the offensive foul.
Oh, I love that. I mean, he just sacrificed his body. That guy was maybe half a foot taller than him. He was like, plant his foot. He takes the foul, and now they get the ball back up by 30 with 2 minutes left. I mean, they are firing on all cylinders tonight, Brennan.
I want you viewers to know that 40-10 is the actual score. This is not a scoreboard error. 2 minutes to play. Webb gets the handoff. A press to 1-2-2. Fired cross court. Evans, Whitney. Whitney finds Webb. Webb, push cross. Fires, floater, got it. 42-10. Avion Webb, he has 7. Whitney has 10. And that's out of bounds. Another turnover.
This press is really working tonight. I mean, they are doing everything perfect. And I mean, Avion Webb just had a great pull-up jumper. And I mean, he's just a freshman. I cannot wait to see what happens out of this kid.
Imagine you hit a jump shot and you get the ball back 4 seconds later. And Dallas Whitney down the lane. What a finish. 44-10.
They're
Barry
this.
Behind the back. Ripped away. He'll keep it. Fort Osage jump ball. They'll possess.
I mean, this is one of the best. I mean, their trap defense, their hands, their ball skill. I mean, Fort Osage hasn't scored since 5:43. It's now 1:18. They haven't scored in 4.5 minutes. They can't do anything against this Northtown defense.
23-4 first quarter, and now 21-6 second quarter. Timeout, Fort Osage. They trail by 34. We'll be right back with you here in about 60 seconds on Into Sports. We're going to say that Fort Osage is in the ballpark of about 20 steals, or 20 turnovers. Make that 21 as they force the inbounds violation. Tatum will check in. 70 seconds to play in the first half. North Kansas City leads 44-10.
Comes in Tatum for Whitney.
Here comes Tatum. Tatum fires for 3. Got it.
I mean,
100%.
I know he only has 3 shots in the year, but he is 3 for 3, 7 points. And
foul on Neal. Got the arm a little bit there. However, 47-10.
I wonder when you stop putting on the gas and you're just like, okay, we put too much salt on this wound.
Well, Ed Fritz is the head coach of this ball club, so I doubt. That's an excellent defensive back play by Neal. 22nd turnover.
We have bonus. It should be going to the line, right?
Should go to the line. I believe they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a foul on Minnie. Minnie's second. Neal will head to the Neal, and notably Evans that'll head to the line. Excuse me. Somebody's going to the free throw line. That's all I know. And you know, I'm not a math savant by any means, but 47-10. That's a 37-point gap.
Yes, Brennan, I believe your math is correct this time. It could be potentially 39. There's 38.
This is, in my personal opinion, no longer teetering on the edge of a blowout. This is in blowout territory. 38 points at halftime.
I wonder what's going on in the mind of a Fort Osage coach right now, as it is not 38, it's not 39, but 38 points, and an offensive rebound just to put salt on the wound.
They're not going to call a foul on Minnie, who definitely got away with a hip check. I don't think Fritz is too upset with the hip check there.
I think that's his first time on the court.
He's been on the court a couple times tonight. Not a lot of action for Rupanowski. However, Sumfold will have it. Wyatt could have lined up a 3-ball there. 36 seconds to play. He will line one up in Webb's face. Won't go. Rebound Gunnels. Cherry picking to Webb. Webb up. Layup falls. 50-10.
It's a 40-point lead. I mean, Fort Osage hasn't scored in almost 6 minutes.
They're going to call a foul on Avian Webb. I don't really understand how Avian Webb can get back in transition there. That's going to be Webb's first.
Elful in for Evans. And there's 20.8 seconds left in this first half.
Wyatt controls in the corner. Looking to feed down low. Read it like a book. Avian Webb, excellent play by the freshman. He drives. Finds contact, pull it out. They're going to take the last shot. Up 40 points, and they're going to say, young man, take the last shot. Makes a move, drives to the basket, floats. Got it, Avian Webb. Oh, my goodness.
He can't miss.
42-point halftime lead. We're going to turn you over to some excellent halftime festivities. Me and Joe will be back here in about 8 minutes. Here on Into Sports, 52-10. Hornet lead at halftime.
He cannot miss. He cannot miss.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, the award-winning North Kansas City Stinger. The award-winning North Kansas City Stingers. Keep it going, fans, for the Northtown Ice
here from the Hive. We've got a good old-fashioned blowout brewing in half. 52 to 10, 42-point lead for the Hornets. We got a little insider recording of the Fritz halftime experience where he said, quote, "We're not going to run the press. I will never embarrass somebody."
Which
It is 52 to 10.
I think his definition of embarrass is a little bit different than ours, but you know, I would love to see a lot more points. Let's get some school records in the building tonight.
Absolutely.
Might as well go for it.
You know, this summer while I was playing for the Hornets, we beat a team 104 to 17. So I don't know if that's considered embarrassment, but
I mean, according to Fritz, maybe not. I think he's just pedal to the metal until you no longer can put the pedal down.
all right, let's start the second half. Gunnels, Evans, Whitney, Elfel, and Webb on the floor. Gunnels is going to swing to Elfel to Webb. Whitney has it. He drives, steps back, drives again. What's the call here? They're going to call no. It's going to be a foul on Greg Minnie, his third.
Okay, I thought I saw a travel, and I was like, that's questionable.
Didn't seem like a travel. He might have carried the basketball when he had that little hezzy move, and they're just going to throw it over the top to Whitney.
He might fall out of
Minnie's going to get his fourth foul, I believe.
John did splash that three, though. I mean,
That's his fifth foul. That's his fifth foul. He's out.
He's out for the game?
Greg Minnie heads to the bench 16 seconds in to the third quarter. Fouls out. Up top.
And I don't think Fritz meant what he said of embarrassment.
I'm not sure what embarrassment is.
44-point game here, and they're
Stumful.
They're not stopping that.
They're going to say Gunnels got a hand on it. No backcourt violation. Whitney almost gets a steal. Wyatt drives, finds Stumful. Stumful keeps the ball high, gets a bucket.
Hey, that broke a 7-minute streak of no scoring for Fort Osage.
And if Elfel was able to finish that one, that'd be probably the fifth or sixth time that the Hornets just run down the floor after they get scored on and pick up a bucket in about 3.5 seconds. And Dallas Whitney's wide open.
Don't know what happened there. Yeah, Fort Osage only scored 5 or 6 times, and they
think
down the court
every one of them,
5 or 6 times, yeah.
Yes, every one of them has been responded to. And in full force, Barry now rips through on Gunnels, nothing going. Finds Nelson. I mean, without Minnie on the floor, they're even worse off than they already were. That should be a travel on Stumful. He changed his pivot. They're going to get a foul on Evans.
That's third of the game, I believe.
Third of the game on Evans. What does it matter? You're up 44 points. I mean,
Fritz still was just as passionate as he was 18 minutes ago.
You know, he never turns it off. And Wyatt's going to get a high percentage look. Get it. Fort Osage has the same amount of points in the first minute and 20 seconds as they did in the entire first quarter. And now Gunnels controls up top.
I believe this is the first time that they didn't just come down and instantly respond, and they didn't respond at all. I think that's the first time tonight that they didn't come down after a Fort Osage bucket.
And that should have been a steal for Webb. Webb just can't handle it. Neal's going to check in for Cayenne Evans. Evans almost picked up his fourth right there. A lot of contact to the body. However, Fort Osage will stay. Ragsdale's going to check in for Gunnels. I say let your freshman play. We talked about it during half.
100%.
I think you put Webb and Ragsdale in for the rest of this game. Webb, that's a tic-tac foul. It is a foul nonetheless.
I believe
It's going to be
second on the night. Second on the night. And then Fritz is like, hey, guys, what's happening? I want to win by 100 here.
North Kansas City takes a 30-second timeout. Chris Kamler lied to me. He said full, it's going to be a 30. Coach Fritz, the only guy that I can think of that up 42 points calls a timeout because he just got scored on 2 possessions in a row.
I mean, he is something else.
You know, in the post-game interview for the New Era documentary, we're definitely going to ask him what is his personal definition of embarrassment, because I'm a little confused.
That is something that I am so glad to not only be a part of, but I cannot wait for it to come out to see the documentary, The New Era. Shout out to Brennan Kanabi or something like that.
Something like that.
I mean, Northtown, I think they're already out on the court. I think they know what they want to do.
I wouldn't doubt it. First horn blows.
Only thing I wonder is what does the coach say to Fordo right now? Like keep your head up. Like, I mean, what do you say at this point?
You know that it takes a lot of passion and composure to stay focused in a huddle down 42 points. Stumfull to inbound finds Nelson. Nelson guarded by Neal. Neal shuffles his feet. They're gonna find Navarro. Navarro leading him in scoring. Wyatt guarded by Elfel. Zaire Ragsdale pokes it away. Unable to control it. Fort Osage maintains in possession. It'll be Stumfull to throw it in. 6:08 to play.
I will say Nelson looks very mad at Iverson. Neal is a little handsy, and the rest not calling it, but it's making Fordo very mad.
You know, this Hornet unit is a very physical team. Iverson Neal especially. He reminds me of Jimmy Butler. He's just kind of angry all the time, but it gets it done. Neal up. Speaking of Neal, he gets a hand on that defensive play. Wyatt's going to dribble it out of bounds. Another turnover for the Hornets, or for the Indians rather. Coach Fritz on the sideline, very upset that Webb just didn't get the rebound. It is insane. This is
nonetheless, but this is honestly a lot closer scoring. If it was to restart the game, it'd be what, 4-4 right now.
Swinging around the arc, Ragsdale for three, won't go. Rebound Neal. Neal definitely got away with the double. Out to Webb. Webb fires, misses. Barry with the rebound. Hornets showing a little bit of fatigue after the break. Haven't really gotten out on the in transition so far. Webb baits on a steal. Navarro for three, pulls up, won't go.
I mean,
they're going to say that's off Elfel.
A
lot of contact. They're going to say Elfel touched it last. Jaden Washington is going to come in.
And I love this, you know. I mean, I know they took out Webb, freshman, but another young player, get some experience, get some play time.
They're going to give Iverson a warning on the, Iverson Neal. I'm so used to saying Iverson because of Allen Iverson. However, they're going to give Neal the baseline warning. Got over the baseline a little bit. Next one's a technical. About nothing changed. Ragsdale gets another poke. The Hornets on the inbounds they have 7 tips on inbound passes.
I actually have to give it to you, Brennan. I mean, you said this at maybe 2 minutes in the game that they have great hands, and they've tipped almost everything. I mean, another one there.
Another one.
Another one.
At this rate, we're going to be here until about 11:45 p.m. And
another one.
Another one. That's 3 in a row. Fritz is going to make a sub. Gunnels is going to come in for John Elfel. This is really where you just find all your looks. What do you want to do offensively? What do you want to do defensively? Fort Osage ran the same play 4 times in a row. 4th time's a charm. They're going to call a foul on Gunnels. Who blew the whistle? It's the trail official 45 feet away. Fouls on Gunnels.
You know, I don't hate the foul might have been, I don't know if I love it.
Looked clean to me.
I mean, it's a physical foul. Prevented a free throw. I mean, he missed the first free throw, so it was a good foul by Fritz.
I always say the ball doesn't lie. The foul is on Gunnels. However, the official that had the worst look at it is the one that called it. Nelson lines up the second one. Got it, 56-15. 41-point lead. Barry checks out. Hornets, again, 56-15, 41-point lead. 5:12 to play. It's 4-5. Fort Osage is outscoring, 4-5. North Kansas City being outscored here in this third quarter. Gunnels, quick trigger fires, won't go. Rebound, Arthur Wyatt. Wyatt pushing the other way.
I don't hate the shot selection there.
I say just get your looks.
Yeah.
Nelson now. Whitney gets beat back door. Can't finish. Wyatt gets a rebound, won't finish again. Poked away by Neal. Into the middle, stolen by Whitney. Whitney looking to push, finds Ragsdale up the floor. Ragsdale finds back door, finds at Neal. Neal, nice, nifty passing by the Hornets.
Now,
58-15.
I don't want to be picky. I was going to say something like Neal being a little lackadaisical on the defensive side, but then comes down, steals it, comes down at a great play from Ragsdale to get him the ball, and then a steal right after that. I mean, he is playing phenomenal right now.
Another dunk by Whitney. Come upstairs, young man, 60 to 15.
I mean, if you told me going into this game that it would be a 60 to 15 game halfway into the third, I don't think I'd ever believe you.
Oh, they're going to call it on Whitney. Just got his hand in the cookie jar. Whitney's second foul. He's got 16. The Misha rules on running the clock, you have to be up 35 points in the fourth quarter. The clock cannot run until the fourth quarter, so we've got a stopped clock here. Wyatt stuffed. They're going to call a foul on Iverson Neal, and Wyatt's going to shove him a little bit.
It was close to all ball, I feel, but I mean, pickers can't be choosers, and they're going to get 2 free shots on the line here, but I mean, it's still a 45-point game, so I mean.
And I think that is a foul on Neal. I think Neal gets all ball with his upper half, but you can't hit the shooter below the waist.
Wyatt, Tatum and Webb.
Yes, as Wyatt does knock down the first, it's a 44-point swing now. You know, Fort Osage has shown a lot more zone looks. Keep Webb in the ball game. Let him fire some threes. They might call a lane violation here. They don't. Barry's going to check in. Nelson checks back out. Wyatt hit the second free throw. 60 to 17 ball game.
I mean, if Fordo came out like this in the first half, I mean, it could be a completely different game now. But wanted to see what North Count can do here in response.
Washington, corner three, fires. Awkward bounce collected by Stumful. He'll go the other way. That's a good shot in my opinion. I don't think me and Fritz are on the same page there.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm not mad about that. You put it up, you miss some, you make some, but I mean, you got to build that confidence here.
That is an odd pass. They're going to give it to Fort Osage. However, that's questionable. I don't think you enter the ball on a line drive pass when the defense is fronting.
Yeah, I agree with you, Brendan. I think although the Hornets aren't scoring as much, they do look very put together this half of basketball.
Defensively, I don't think the Hornets ever don't look put together as Whitney and Stumful get tangled up. They're going to call a jump ball. Stumful and Tatum rather get tangled up. It's odd to see Greg Minnie off the floor. He fouled out 16 seconds into the second half. That's a steal for Tatum. Collects it finally. That's a foul. We're going the other way. They're going to call the foul this time.
The Hornets do have 5 fouls, which they had 5 whole fouls in the first half. They already have 5, only 5 minutes into this third quarter.
Yes, Joe. 5 minutes. 5 minutes and a second into this third quarter. I'm proud of you.
Still a 43-point game, and I don't know what I'm saying.
Words are hard. Words are hard. I think my friend down in the PA booth would agree. Webb looked like he was going to line that one up and shoot it. He will shoot the second shot. Got it. Avian Webb. We call that NBA range.
Yeah, that was from deep. And
Avian Webb has 14 points on the night, 3 3-pointers. Ragsdale pokes it away, unable to save it. It'll stay with the Indians. The Hornets would have probably 40 steals if it was counted every time you got a tip on the ball. However, that's not how basketball works, unfortunately. I'm making it up as I go tonight.
25.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I know that.
As Washington, they're going to give a foul on Stumful there, his first.
And Fritz is another 4-person substitution, the second time this game.
Platoon swap. Looks like it's going to be everybody but John Elfel. I say you keep Avion Webb on the floor. I like watching Avion Webb shoot the ball.
I mean, he's only 4 points off from that 18-point average that he had going into this. And Fort Osage takes a timeout right there. So.
Fort Osage takes a timeout. 63 to 17 ball game. 2:27 to play in the third. We'll be right back with you after the timeout. 2:27 worth of basketball left to play here in this third quarter. And then after that, we'll have a dazzlingly short fourth quarter that's going to run the clock the whole night, 63 to 17.
Score a drastic amount of points here in the next 2:27.
You know, I don't think that's going to happen, Joe. I'm sorry if that breaks your heart, but they're going to fire it back to Gunnels. Evans now working the ball around the arc. Stumpful pushes it away. Fritz a little fired up. He does not like turnovers. He would be hot if he was in the Fort Osage coaching seat tonight.
Very hot, yeah. And they switched back to this 3-2 look, and they were running man for the majority of the night, but. Ooh.
Neal, a lot of contact, keeps it alive off the miss. Fires back out to Evans. A lot of contact. They're just not going to call it. Whitney lines it up. Back to Gunnels. Evans now controls it. Gunnels swinging it around the arc. Alex Gunnels matriculating the basketball around the arc. Whitney in the post, fires, cross court. Gunnels has it, fires. Neal up and under, got it. Iverson Neal.
I mean, I don't know how many times that's worked for Northtown tonight, where they make some very risky throw and they capitalize on it.
It happens. It happens to go their way. They're going to call a push on Elfel.
That confuses me. They call it was a hip check or push, and I mean, you just gotta. It happens, you know. It happens.
Just gotta dust it off. You're up 48 points.
Not something you usually say, Brendan.
Yes, 48 points. I've never, in my albeit short broadcasting career, had to say that. Wyatt to the rim, gets a bucket. That's a bad turnover for the Hornets. 65 to 19. We apologize for the bit of technical difficulty we're having here tonight. Gunnels back to Evans, back to Gunnels. Gunnels attacks, finds Elfel. Elfel lines it up, decides to swing it down low to Neal. Neal ripped away. They're going to call it travel. You just kind of got to go up with that one if you're Iverson Neal, or be stronger with the basketball. Hornet turnover, 65-19, minute and 3 seconds to play. This one got out of hand about 15 game minutes ago. It's going to be Navarro bringing it up. Nothing finding. Neal almost gets the steal. Wyatt dribbles around the arc. This is the third guy to defend him this play. Hornets again in the face of the Indians. Navarro down low, gets through.
I think he stepped out.
He stepped out of bounds. He also double dribbled the basketball. 35 and a tenth of a second to play, 65-19. Hornets lead by 46. Rupanuski checks in. Tatum will check in. I like the Fritz substitution. Every time Rupanuski comes in, they're going to send Tatum in as well. Size counteracts size. And they're going to let it roll with 35 seconds.
I like the versatility that the Northtown team has. You can play small ball, you can play bigs. I mean Fritz is very good at changing it up on the defense no matter what they need to do.
They're going to opt for the last shot here, 65-19. And with 15 seconds, they're just going to play catch. Evans and Gunnels will. John Elfel also on the basketball court, if you didn't know. Evans back to Gunnels. Gunnels drives, tries to find Tatum down low. He's a little too docile at the buzzer. Just short, 65-19.
I mean, going into this fourth
it's an 11-9 quarter. It's an 11-9 quarter.
That was the best that Fort O has played. But again, it's just little sloppiness. I mean, it's not. I mean, nothing. I mean, you're up by 50, so I don't think you're really trying too much. But that was 6 fouls. Statistically, Northtown's probably worst quarter of the season. But I mean, I don't really know. Whatever's happening there, Fritz is just like, hey guys, we got 8 minutes of run clock. This is going to become like a soccer game here soon.
Yeah. If I'm Fritz, which I'm not, I'm just gonna pass the ball around the arc, keep it going, let the clock run.
Yeah, and that's something that you can't do in any other sport. I mean, but basketball, they're like, there's no game clock, so you just sit there. Because I'm guessing they're gonna change that next year or the year following. but I mean, you just eat clock for the rest of this game. You just milk it down.
Misha does institute the shot clock next season.
Yeah.
Most schools are putting them up now. Those that don't will do it early in the next, probably couple weeks is when I would get it. Avian Webb looks to be a little tight. He's got the bands on his knees, probably an Osgood-Slaughters issue.
They're putting in, I think that's Kanye's first minute of varsity basketball this season.
And they're going to just kind of throw in some of the guys who aren't going to get a lot of time. Marquand and Kanye Montgomery. I believe Marquand's last name is Simmons. Yes, Marquand Simmons, Kanye Montgomery on the floor.
Not one senior on the court. I think that's the first time all night.
Simmons, they're playing very docile, 32nd possession so far, and they just have not even looked for a shot until just then. Webb finds himself open in the corner. Long rebound to Simmons. Back out Webb. It's going to be Ragsdale now, excuse me. He hits the three, 68-19.
That's his 7th point of the game, and
going the other way. Kanye Montgomery rebound. Jaden Washington pulls up, jumper in transition, won't go. Poked out of bounds. It's going to go the other way. 49-point game, 68-19. It's going to be a long ride home if you're Fort Osage.
It's only maybe 20 miles, but that 20 miles is going to feel like a while. Luckily, they don't have school tomorrow. They can kind of sleep this one off, but I mean, this is going to be a tough pill to swallow.
And you know, this is an excellent kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Tune-up game for the Hornets as Barry drives, spins middle, puts it up, got it over Webb. And you know, I just think that this is a great testament to the Hornet defensive ability. Obviously, their next contest against St. Pius X on Monday. Webb, baseline, Washington for three, got it.
I mean, he's a sophomore. I mean, these kids are lights out. I cannot wait to see what Fritz can build here at Northtown these following years. I mean, I know they have a great team this year, but there are going to be some good, dominant years coming from Northtown here to come.
They're going to call a foul there on the floor, either on Webb or Ragsdale. Actually, they're going to call it on Montgomery, neither one. Running clock, 5:45 to play in the final quarter. Hornets by 50.
Indians do have the bonus, so it will be a 1-1.
And Minnie comes back into the game. I thought he had 5.
He must have had 4, but I mean, one more, and I think he's out. I think it says 5 right. No, that's points. It is 4 fouls.
He has 4 fouls. Ragsdale on the rebound. Wyatt gets his hand caught in the cookie jar. 5th foul for the Indians. Wyatt has 2 personal.
It's gonna.
Clock's gonna roll. 5:10 to play. Webb drives, pulls up, pushed on the shot, no foul. Avian Webb.
I mean, say he doesn't score for the rest of the game. This would be a statistical worst game of the season, and he still has 16 points on the night. I mean, he is an absolute lethal weapon, and he's just a freshman.
Barry gets a good look down low. He's got 4 in the quarter. But Avian Webb, as mentioned, he's going to keep up that scoring average. Washington in the corner, another 3, tees it up, won't go. Wyatt on the board.
I mean, I don't hate that shot selection. It was there. I mean, he's feeling himself. I mean, you're up by 50. I mean, keep shooting those all night.
They're going to call a foul there on Marquand Simmons. 73-23, 4:15 and rolling to play.
That's going to be a second foul in just 4 minutes.
And, you know, while I have the time as Wyatt is going to make the first free throw, he'll shoot another one. I'd like to see a little bit more attendance at Lady Hornets basketball games. You know, the attendance tonight, excellent. Student section was loud. We didn't see that yesterday, and we didn't see that in the home opener for the Lady Hornets.
There could be a little bit of difference since it's a Thursday rather than a Friday. I mean, that could add it, but I agree. I think everyone should go out and see the Lady Hornets. They had a very close game until very late. That game lied, the scoreboard. I mean, I know they lost by 12, but that game was a 1-point game until maybe 5 minutes left of that. I mean, they are a very athletic team, and I can't wait to see what comes out of the Lady Hornets.
Lanicia Parker, I can make the broad statement, the freshman for the Lady Hornets. Lanicia Parker is going to be the next Jemiah Powell-Smith for this team. Chandler Prater-esque guard. Washington now. Excellent segue, if I do say so myself. Simmons, corner three, won't go. Barry tries to get the rebound. Hornets are going to keep it, unable to save it.
With that running clock, this time is really flying by. I mean, there's only 3 minutes left. It's just seeing how much points the Hornets can score and bury Fort Osage even further.
Jaden Washington, you know, at this point, I think do you even shoot the basketball? The answer is probably, but
very wild pass. But
Montgomery for three won't go. Rebound, Fort Osage will go the other way, as most players on the floor right now did get action in tonight's JV contest. So we'll chalk that up to a great defensive performance by the Hornets. Forced countless turnovers. Another one there.
Right there, yeah.
Marquand Simmons, Euro step. Lay me, won't go, gets his own, puts it back in.
And I absolutely love Fritz. I know it's his first year. I mean, this is his third game with the Hornets, but he instantly knew as soon as you score, get back on the court. No time for celebrations, no time for talk. Just get right back down and play defense. I absolutely love that out of a new head coach.
And you know, the fact that this unit, the 5 players on the floor, this is the first time they've ran this lineup this season. And all 5 of these players are gelling well. You know, defensively besides that, and they still end up with a steal. Jaden Washington on the break. He'll pull it back out just over 90 seconds to play. You know, it's excellent to see these teams both, or excuse me, rather the Hornets, moving the ball so well, playing defensively so well with this unit on the floor. It's a testament to what the future could be. Montgomery open, corner three, fires. Got it. Kanye Montgomery, 78-25. We're playing a nice, fun game of you get a bucket, you get a bucket, you get a bucket.
I mean, I absolutely love it. The crowd is loving it. I mean, they're already up by 50, and they're like, score more, score more. They want to see this run.
Another turnover.
I think that was the Fort Osage Indians' 30th potential, maybe more turnovers. And it's sad to say that they have more turnovers than points.
Everyone that is dressed for this game has scored a point with that Montgomery three. Everyone on the floor has scored. Neal, Elfel, Whitney, Evans, Gunnels, and Webb on the bench all have scored.
I mean, it is a great showing.
They're just going to pass it around, waste out this last 30 seconds, and my goodness, if you didn't think the new era was here, starting against Raytown on October 31st, or November 30th, my goodness. This game has been long enough to where I can no longer do math or speak English.
Yeah, I think 53 points too late for you to
5 seconds to play.
That's going to be the end of the game.
The benches spill onto the court. 78-25. A good old-fashioned blowout here from the Hive.
That's exactly what the Hornets needed. I mean, starting the season 2-1, they got a game on Monday. I hope you all show up. That's exactly what they needed going into this weekend, going into this break. They got to prepare for this next game. That's in just a short 3 days away.
We wish the Fort Osage Indians a nice rest of their season, a nice ride home tonight as the North Kansas City Hornets take this contest 78-25. The next time I will see you is long home away stretch for the Hornets. That means the Lady Hornets will be at home. That's the next time I'll see you. Until then, I'm Brendan Kanabe, joined here by Joe Winfrey. We will see you later, ladies and gentlemen.